A man wrongly convicted of rape is now free.
Kelsey McFarland explains how a Boise State professor was instrumental in proving his innocence. She joins us live in Boise.
Well, Brian, Kelsey, Greg Hampikian teaches biology and criminal justice here at Boise State, but he's also the executive director of the Idaho Innocence Project, which is what brought him to Indiana to watch a man take his first steps of freedom for the first time in over 20 years.
This is a new beginning. You know, it is.
Daryl Pinkin spent nearly a quarter of a century in prison for a crime he didn't commit. He was convicted of rape in 1991, and Monday morning he took his first steps of freedom, joined by his family.
I was elated. My heart, everything, I feel it now.
And BSU professor Greg Hampikian, to whom he owns much of his freedom. Hampikian worked with Pinkin's lawyers on this case for 8 years. He used a new DNA software to uncover critical evidence to prove Pinkin's innocence.
To me, the DNA was clear from the very beginning, before trial even. But in order to convince the people who had to be convinced, we had to identify 5 different profiles out of a very complicated mixture of DNA.
The software allows him to revisit cases where physical evidence no longer exists and where DNA levels are low. This is a huge stride for the Innocence Project and something Hampikian says will surely affect the futures of many.
This is the beginning of the revolution. I hope there will be thousands of cases that will be reviewed now, and of those thousands, there will be many more days like this.
Now, Hampikian and the Innocence Project was also involved in the Amanda Knox case. He's due to fly back into town from Indiana tonight, just in time to give his students a test on Wednesday. Live in Boise, Kelsey McFarland, KBY2 News.
All right, thank you, Kelsey, for that live report.